with Richard Gorelick. Join us here every Thursday at 12:30 to talk about everything food related in Baltimore. This Week in Baltimore Eating is brought to you by Eddie's of Roland Park. Experience grocery shopping the way it's supposed to be with friendly, knowledgeable staff who are happy to help. Visit Eddie's locations on Roland Avenue and North Charles Street in Baltimore. What's up?
Good afternoon,
Good afternoon.
Amanda.
It is afternoon, and you are Richard Gorelick. I know, I forgot too. I was like, where are we?
Yeah, so I know I did a show last week with Vince.
You did. That was a great show. You guys were really cute.
Of Everyman Theater. And
He's
they're doing
lovely,
that
isn't
show.
he?
Oh my gosh, called Aubergine.
Aubergine.
So I didn't get to sit down with you and talk about where we've eaten, what we've watched on Netflix, how we're feeling. So let's
We're
catch
going to
up.
catch up? We're going to have a little catch up?
2 weeks worth of catching up to do. Where'd you eat?
I haven't really eaten. I'm not eating. I'm eating the worst that I shouldn't be eating the way I'm eating.
Like carbs?
Just takeaway, lots of takeaway, lots of fast, like shoving it in my face and moving on to the next thing.
Shoving.
My house was being staged because it was up for sale, so I couldn't make a mess in it.
Right.
So, like, I was afraid to use the kitchen. I was afraid to, like, use a dish. So, like, I just kept running to places.
Do they have fresh cookies when they show at your house?
No, I wish they did, but they'd probably make me make them, and I don't have time for that mess. I wanted to bake last night during the storm, and I was like, no, that just means cleaning up.
But is that a real thing, do you think? The fresh cookies
I don't know.
thing?
I sprayed some nice room spray everywhere. It seemed to do the trick because my house is under contract, so something worked.
You know, I've got to get back on the stick. I've been promising to go out and eat more.
I know, you have.
So I've really got to, I vow, at least once a week, to go
I mean,
out,
you should.
to sit at a restaurant and get waited on by a person.
Yes.
I don't think I've done that in a long time.
I know. I'm tired of this, like, running. The one thing I got was a pizza at Vito's on York Road, which I love their pizza.
Where's Vito's, in Cockeysville or?
No, in Towson, like, right past Belvedere Square. Like, a block past
Oh.
Belvedere Square.
Okay.
And there used to be a Payway there, which I noticed is now gone.
A Payway.
Payway, you know, a little Asian chain thing.
You know that, what did I read? That Ryan's daughter is
Yes?
not going to be a restaurant anymore.
What is it?
I think home care?
I think I heard that, too, and I don't like that. First of all, we need the restaurant spaces in Belvedere. We already lost the thing that keeps changing.
Right.
But I don't know. I think that changed the whole vibe of Belvedere Square.
One of Chili's back there. Was it Chi-Chi's or
It
Chili's?
was Chili's. All my high school friends worked there. They were like the line cooks. They had an Alpine burger. It was like Swiss and mushrooms, I think, and that thing was so good.
I have been like so fascinated with carbs and cheese.
It's winter. It's cold.
It's winter. I was going to make a spring break, and
Right.
start eating well again.
And then it snowed.
Remember, I was doing that, and then it snowed, and then we went to Piazza 27 for pizza. They have pretty good pizza
Wait, where's that?
in Mount Vernon. It's where a bunch of stuff used to be, like Al Pacino.
Oh, right
pizza.
there, right. You talk about it sometimes, and I always forget that it's there.
That guy's so nice. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
guy.
I like pizza's my food. Like, I can eat pizza for every meal.
What's your favorite topping? What's your go-to?
I
topping?
usually do mushrooms. Sometimes I'll do mushroom and black olive. What's the weirdest thing you ever had on a pizza?
Cheese.
I thought you said cheese, and I was like, no, that's not
I
weird.
think I wouldn't go out of my way to order weird things on pizza. But I probably have had some unusual stuff, like at fancy places,
Yeah.
like Iggy's.
Oh, yeah,
But I
I
can't
like
think of anything that's really crazy. But, people fight all the time online about things like
pineapple. Always. That's an ongoing argument. I'm not opposed to it. If someone wants their pineapple, let them have pineapple. I'm not going over
pretty
it.
laissez-faire. And we watched that pizza episode
We
on
did of
favorite Netflix
Ugly
show.
Delicious. That pizza episode was fantastic. Like, so they ordered Domino's, which I thought was incredible.
to start the episode. Or did they? Never mind.
It was at
doesn't
the end.
matter.
It was toward the end, but because David Chang believes in it because it's tradition for him.
Right.
It's not like he understands it's not like a legit Brooklyn or Connecticut pizza, but it's still food that he eats and he likes it.
I like, we talked about this show called Ugly Delicious, but the takeaway from every episode is that if you think something's authentic, you're probably wrong. Or you probably shouldn't care too much about authenticity.
Because, well, it is authentic and everyone has food across all the cultures. Like everyone's got a dumpling, and everyone's pizza is their version of what a pizza should be. They sent the Brooklyn guy to Connecticut, which I
Yeah.
thought was amazing.
Kicking and screaming, kind of.
Yeah,
He didn't
yeah,
want to
yeah.
go.
He didn't Connecticut pizza, but he ate it. He was okay with it.
And then, the people that come off worse are like those Brooklyn pizzeria people that are saying what pizza is and what pizza's not. I mean, they're sort of cute about it, but kind of annoying too.
Yeah, no, I know. So do you fold when you eat?
I do fold.
I'm a folder too.
Yeah.
They're envelopers. Like they'll just sort of make a mess out of it. And then there's like stackers. They'll eat like 2 slices on top. Some people do that because it's still got to go in at the same place.
Now, legit, people do complain in Baltimore that there aren't good pizza by the slice places.
Somebody just asked us, what is pizza? Jonathan Monroe, what is pizza?
Jonathan was our guest one day on his show.
Was I here? I wasn't.
No.
No, that's why I didn't.
You were in the building.
Right. Hi, Jonathan. You tell us, what is pizza? And did you watch Ugly Delicious yet? What'd you think? Did you love the pizza episode? I love the pizza episode. I love the taco episode. You guys should watch all of it so you can keep up with us and keep talking to us about this
And I had
stuff.
some more from Orient Express.
You need to stop with that. It's
I
time
do.
to break away. I love that you love it there. I love a good Chinese carryout, but like really, we need to move you along to the next thing.
Done.
Okay.
I promise
Okay.
everyone that I'm going to eat in a restaurant and get waited on. Like a restaurant where people wait on you.
Yeah,
And not
I
like
like
a
being.
food
I
hall.
hate food. I'm so tired of food courts. I want to be waited on. I do. The only benefit. Oh, Jonathan Monroe says he's never heard of people who stack. No, it's a thing, Jonathan. I've seen it with my own eyes. Stacking the pizza.
Like stacking 2 slices?
Yeah. They're still eating. It's still 2 slices you're eating.
I've
You're
never
just
seen
doing
it with my own eyes.
I have seen it.
Where?
In New York. I've seen it. I've seen people do it.
Someone being funny or someone
no,
doing
like
it the way they
you're
do
on
it?
the street and you're eating and you have 2 slices. You just put them on top
Oh,
of each
that
other.
makes
and eat.
sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I wouldn't do it.
I like to fold. I'm a serious, straight up
No, I
folder.
like to parcel out my pizza. I'd like to order a whole pizza and then put half of it away and then try to forget about it. So that when I remember I have a half a pizza, I get all surprised.
Right. There's still some pizza left.
I like to delight myself.
love that.
I like to do delightful things for myself, like forget I have a half a pizza.
So David Tobias says he wants Simone back on the airwaves. David, that's great, but Simone doesn't do this show. You can see her tomorrow on Weekend Agenda. That's her show. All right.
Hey, if you just got here,
You are watching.
let me do it. I want to do it.
Fine, go ahead.
You're watching This Week in Baltimore Eating with me, Richard Gorelick, which is brought to you by Eddie's of Roland Park, Baltimore's neighborhood grocer since 1944. The Eddie staff is ready to help you welcome family for the upcoming holidays. Browse their Passover and Easter menus at eddiesofrolandpark.com for delicious entrees, sides, and holiday desserts, flowers, and hostess gifts, too. Be sure to comment, like, and share, and follow us at hashtag JMoreEating.
Okay, let's talk about some openings and closings.
Agio.
Agio.
Big
Holy
closing.
wow. Brian Votaggio. What up?
I like Brian. I get to meet these people.
Yeah,
And
you
they,
do.
They could be phonies. They could be just being nice to me be nice to me, but
Why would anyone be nice to you? Be nice to you.
I don't think
we
so.
We just genuinely like you.
I genuinely liked him. And I think he was sincere in his coming to Baltimore and trying to bring his food to Baltimore. And I remember a lot of people were skeptical about his coming to Power Plant Live.
Like, could he make it there in
Could
that
he-
space?
and,
it's a tourist trap. It's a tourist trap.
And people were skeptical, and it turns out maybe for the right reason. He made a valiant effort there. They weren't slacking, but no one was too surprised to hear that Agio was closing. And Brian's still doing well. He's got other restaurants in Frederick and D.C. and Virginia,
Yeah,
too.
so I love his Frederick places. That's how I first discovered the Voltaggio brothers with Volt. I had a relationship that transpired in Frederick for several years. So all of our special occasion dinners were at Volt, and then they opened the lunchbox like on the little promenade area. But I think because they're from that area, there's they're of that place, and so there's such a following for there, and they're buds with everyone there. It feels to me like it's supposed to be a very Frederick kind of company and restaurant.
That's a really good analysis.
And he goes like mushroom truffle hunting maybe, like with his buds from Frederick. Like they go to Thurmont and get their mushrooms.
Thurmont.
So to me, it feels like the right place, the right venue for Frederick and his crew.
And it didn't translate to Baltimore.
Probably not.
Well,
I can't believe it was there for 4 years. I didn't even realize that.
listen, I mean, I had some good food at Agio, I have to say.
Wait, I have a question for you.
Please.
Ellen Marie Seed wants to
Hello,
know.
Ellen.
Hi, Ellen. What are the new foods at Oriole Park? Do you know for the season?
No, I don't.
We can talk about that next week because it'll be opening day.
That's a great idea. We'll do that.
We'll talk about some of the new foods at Oriole Park.
I haven't seen anything.
I haven't heard what's new. I think they did a bunch of new stuff in the last
great
few
thing
years.
about Oriole Park, you can still bring in your own food.
You can? Really?
Yeah, always.
Straight up?
Mm-hmm.
And they have knishes, which I always like about them.
Except not on Fridays, I don't think.
Right. That stand's closed on Shabbos.
And this was more a closing I don't particularly care about. But
No,
the
I don't
Tilted
care.
Kilt closed in White Marsh abruptly
After St. Patrick's
the day
Day.
after St. Patrick's
It's
Day.
like their holiday.
And this went kind of crazy on Facebook with comments from people reacting to the abrupt closing of the Tilted Kilt,
Yeah.
which, I don't know, is it fair to say it was like a Irish pub version of Hooters?
It's absolutely fair to say that. Short little kilts. Yep. Little stereotypical.
It's fine if people want to.
Yeah, I really don't care. But I mean, also White Marsh is all just those chain places now.
It's going to be replaced by another chain, Bar Louie.
Which there's one
Yeah, where is
somewhere.
it? Oh,
Hunt
Thank
Valley.
you.
There's one in Hunt Valley. Have you been there? Is it no? All right. Well, yeah, I've never been to one, so I don't know anything about it.
we read that Reggie's is closing, we think, on April 7th.
Okay,
in
get
Federal
there.
Hill,
Get
but
there now.
Alan Morstein, the owner, is opening up a stall at Mount Vernon Marketplace.
Nice. That'll make you happy.
He's selling some deli stuff, like pastrami and corned beef,
Really?
and omelets too.
Interesting.
So-
I just read today that omelets are about to have a comeback. Omelets
I
are
like
in again.
omelets.
I don't.
I want
That's
to
not
be
my
an
favorite form of
omelet
egg.
man. I want to be an omelet guy.
Do with the little cart,
Yeah.
and you could come to the office like on Wednesday mornings and get us omelets.
And Shiva houses.
Shiva House Omelet Station. Oh wow! You just blew my mind. That's incredible.
Right.
That's a great idea.
Like in the carport.
I would sit Shiva for an omelet.
I would kill somebody.
For to sit Shiva for an omelet. All right. Well,
And,
we like that idea.
You have some programming notes.
Oh, okay. Yes, I do. So the Taste of Pikesville got postponed because of the snowstorm. So it's been rescheduled. It now takes place on March 27th at the Suburban Club. So don't not go just because you missed your chance last week. You can still
and they
go.
can find information online.
Yes. And you can join us next week when our food blogger and JMore Recipes contributor Hupit Bartov Miller will be here to talk about Passover recipes, which is great because she sort of puts a Tunisian spin on a lot of her
Nice.
recipes. And she's got a shakshuka recipe, which you know how I feel about that. It's going to be
Shakshuka.
huge.
Amanda Shakshuka Krotke. Amanda, so Passover starts next Friday night, is that right?
I believe that is correct. So
Okay.
we will talk about Passover next week, and we will talk about opening day and Oriole Park food next week.
But if people wanted to find recipes now,
They are up online at jmoreliving.com. We've got a bunch.
so go to jimwereliving.com and just look for the recipe database.
Yeah, look at the recipe database, or it's like right there on the homepage. There's a Passover section, and there's recipes in there.
Nice.
Nice.
I like chocolate matzah stuff.
I like pizza matzah. Speaking of pizza, you can't fold it though. You can stack it. Jonathan.
Stack it. Stack it.
All right. Am I doing this or are you doing
I'll
this?
do it.
Do
I'm
it,
in the
Richard.
mood. I'm in the mood.
You're
Tune
in the
in
mood.
every Thursday at 12:30 for This Week in Baltimore Eating, which has been brought to you by Eddie's of Roland Park. Visit their Roland Avenue or Charles Street location for quality prepared foods, deli sandwiches, fresh seafood, and one-of-a-kind gifts. Learn more about holiday specials at eddiesofrolandpark.com.
Also, your mom says there's a Bar Louie in the Foundry. Thank you, Mom.
I thought so.
There you
Thanks,
go.
Mignon.
Thanks, Mignon. All right, guys. See you next week.
Bye, everybody.